Hi, and I have with me today Ethan Sawyer, and I've asked him to come join us because he's going to talk to you about essays. And Ethan has been working with students on essays for over 10 years. He's a best-selling author. His book, The College Essay Essentials, is a bestseller, and I've asked him to come join us today. Welcome, Ethan.
Hi, thanks. It's good to be here.
So I have a couple of questions for you really quick. We're going to be
Yeah.
doing a workshop and I wanted them to hear from you. And the first question is should you write about you think the colleges want to hear?
Well, I find that as I hear that, I find that to be terrifying and actually impossible. So what I mean by that is if I tried to get dressed in the morning so that I would please everybody, maybe I would wear this black neutral tee, but even as I wear this for you guys, I'm like, oh, does that not look professional? Should I have dressed up more? And I start to get in this fear space where I'm trying to please everyone. And if you're anything like me, if you have younger siblings or a family that, you know, basically it's impossible, right? I say that because I'm as a people pleaser, I've tried to please everyone and it just doesn't work. So I find that rather than thinking first about what they want and trying to figure that out, and even rather than looking at the personal statement prompts, for the Common App, I think it's better to start more internally. And there are a couple different exercises, which Cindy, that involve spending a few minutes thinking about, what do you have to offer? And do you want me to name those exercises, or is that too many
Yeah,
details?
nope. You can
Sure.
tell us about those.
Yeah. So one exercise that I love to do involves um, taking a scan of what your top values are. And so for that, I have this list of values that I, give to my students and have them go through it and figure out, okay, what are my top 10 values? Because usually folks can figure that out within, a couple minutes. And then the other exercise that I love, that's called the values exercise, is the essence objects exercise, which basically involves imagining in your mind a box. And in that box, there's a set of what I call essence objects, which are objects, real or imagined, that are concrete examples of specific relationships in your life, specific moments or experiences that are really meaningful to you. So an example would be this friendship bracelet that I'm wearing here that my wife and I won when we played skee ball at the Santa Monica Pier. And, for me, it represents just that she's my best friend. We've been together 12 years and it represents our playful side. And I think it's kind of a weird, funny thing. I don't know that this cheap 25-cent thing, but it actually represents something much deeper for me. So anyway, there are a bunch of other examples of that, but I find that starting with examples of that, you start to get into what a student or, what if I'm the student writing the essay, have to offer. That's just for generating content. So those are two exercises that I love, but essentially don't start external, start internal. And there are lots of ways to do that.
So it sounds like, Ethan, what you're saying is to the colleges don't want to hear what we think they want to hear. They want to hear about me as a student and what my story is.
For sure. And there are a lot of ways to get at that. And, some students have been through challenges and want to write about those. Some students have been through challenges and don't want to write about them. Some students haven't been through challenges, but have, interesting, I call it the montage style, are able to sort of jump around in space and time and talk about a lot of different parts of themselves. So, one of the things I say early on with students is that don't feel like you have to write about a challenge and don't feel like you have to dredge something up. There are many brilliant essays written by students every year that have nothing to do with going through a really tough time. Having said that, if there's something, an experience or set of experiences that really changed you, whether it was a challenge or not, go for it. Write about the stuff that's tough. See what's there. So yeah.
That sounds great. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So Ethan, it sounds like you've got all these different exercises and things that you've done. How can we find those, or where can students go to get that information?
Yeah. Super easy. collegeessayguide.com. And if you're looking for the free resources, there's a button that says free, click that. And there's a step-by-step guide. It's a free guide to writing your personal statement. When you click on the free button though, you'll see a little search bar at the top and you can find everything from how to write the why us essay to how to decide which extracurricular activity to write about, or how to create a great college list. And then there's another link at the top. It's called podcast. Click that and you've got interviews with some of the, people that are best known in our industry for on everything from, how to improve your SAT score by 2 points in 20 minutes to, resources for creating a great college list. So that's what I would say.
Very good. Very good. Well, we will definitely take the opportunity to check it out. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.